Welcome to Hullbreaker Island Hard Mode. This is the newest Hard Mode dungeon introduced in patch 3.3, Revenge of the Horde. I'm your ghost host, Reki, and today will be the first to test out the Maelstrom's new training grounds. This is a pretty fun dungeon with a nice throwback to the series, so let's just jump right in. The first part of this dungeon, like always, is just a bunch of trash. Just burn them all down as you move your way through a bunch of different rooms. One thing you should watch out for is the Warrocks who pulls you in followed by immediate AoE. Just make sure you one back out and you'll dodge it no problem. This first fight is pretty much continuing what you were doing up to this point. Throughout the fight you'll encounter multiple enemies all at once. The Quirrell that spawns will tether to a party member and is immune to all enemy attacks, and therefore will only attack who it is tethered to, so taking it down first is generally useful. All other adds are generally wiped out pretty easy and most don't even need to be tanked. They each have their own unique AoE patterns that you need to watch out for, but that's about it. Burn them all down, and you'll wonder why this was even considered a boss fight. The second part of this dungeon is mostly just monkeys. Some of them will throw things at you, then they'll jump into the arena and fight you as well. Just burn them all down and keep moving on as you normally would. The second boss is Ymir. No, not that Ymir, this Ymir. During the fight, Ymir will pair two players with this lightning chain. Players must separate to avoid taking damage. Ymir will then drop these puddles. Avoid them, but make sure you know where they are. If you get marked with this orange arrow, run into one of the puddles that dropped to get rid of the charge. Ymir will cast Megavolt on the targeted players, calling down a big lightning strike. It will cause a lot of damage to marked players that are not in puddles. Shortly after, Ymir will cast a room-wide move that freezes the ground and has the same effect as Shiva's Thin Ice. Ymir will then mark up 3 players with Ice Circle AoEs that should be brought to the edge. Make sure the boulders actually drop before you return. The boulders have a large AoE move that has a few safe spots in the map if you do it correctly, so just make sure they're as close to the edge as possible. That's about all there is for Ymir, so just rinse and repeat and you'll have the boss down in no time. The next set of trash is just a bunch of several high-ranking Maelstrom members, before finally facing the Storm Marshal himself, Slafferson. This fight only has a few key mechanics and is easy to learn and get used to, so you will find it quite a relaxing fight. The first phase of the fight is simple. There's a few AoE attacks, but that's all you have to dodge. Around 80%, Slafferson will change into his final form, Mistbeard. Shortly after that, he will cast a debuff called Dirty Venom on all players and spawn chests around the arena. Some of these chests will have potions, some will have bombs. You need to pay attention to which one has which and go to one near a potion, not sharing one with another player, in order to get rid of the debuff. After the chests open, return to the center. Mistbeard will mark a player, turning them heavy and casting a circle AoE around them. This AoE is unavoidable and all attempts to escape are both futile and hilarious. It doesn't do too much damage, so healers just need to heal through. Every once in a while, he will drop down barrels, which you just need to simply shoot to the side before he shoots them. That's about it for Mistbeard. Stand near chests with potions, heal through AoEs, and shoot away barrels. It's a simple end to a fairly laid-back dungeon, and I hope you had fun doing it. So that's about it for Hullbreaker Hard. I'm Reki, your ghost host, and I hope you enjoyed. If you are still struggling with Sohr Khai, you can check out my guide right here. I also plan on uploading Nidhogg, Nidhogg Extreme, and the Whipping City of Mach. Have fun in the dungeon, guys, and I will see you later.